Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Joe from Goats Gaming, and today we have another Locals Finals. This is actually our sneak peek from Monday. So we're playing for the mat right now. We're playing for the Code of the Duelist mat because the winner takes the mat home, obviously. We have Michael on the left, myself on the right. He is playing True Draco Zoo, and I am playing Pure Zoo. I was going to play True Draco Zoo today, but then I was like, didn't really want to build it. I had it like half built, and I was like, I'm too lazy right now. So we're playing True Draco, or we're playing Pure. He starts off with the typical rat play. Sorry about these sleeves. Like, we all have Eclipse sleeves, and like they have some serious glare while I'm watching this now. Like, I don't know. We might have to change sleeves for when there's finals or something, but god damn this glare. But anyway, so he summoned Rat and Hammer Konged, and then he searched with Brawl Bull. I think he searched a Whiptail, and then he activates Pod Desires. Of course, I'm not opening hand traps, even though today I was maining 7, and it's like, one hand trap could have saved me here, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. So now Michael's just, I guess, going through the motions. This matchup, I don't know. It's interesting. Sometimes I feel like True Draco Zoo is very underwhelming because they don't have like interruptions as much as Pure Zoo, but like, and then other times it just seems like unstoppable. Like if you have like the right hand. So I don't know, and I have to figure out in the next couple weeks what I'm actually playing for Fargo because Fargo's on the 19th and we're all going to it. Like there's like probably gonna be like 8 of us, 9 of us going, and I don't know if I want to play True Draco Zoo or Pure Zoo. I don't know. I think Pure Zoo is better in some scenarios, but I think True Draco is just more explosive. So we'll have to figure it out, you know. Um, but yeah, so Michael's being a sack with his perfect hand as per usual. He has like he has 2 diagrams. I think he has a masterpiece in hand. Like he just has everything he could have wanted. So basically, like my hand was okay, but it was like it wasn't good for going second. It was like double strike, and I think 3 monsters and a desires like by the end of it, but it wasn't good enough to beat his Trident masterpiece board. Like I think I also drew Twin Twister and I hit his back row, but I couldn't out masterpiece on my turn, and I couldn't play through the 2 interruptions because I think I had a barrage and an off summon, but I didn't have like Soul Charge or Shuffle Reborn or my body or just a third way to protect the interruption. But so yeah, he goes diagram, pop, ram ram, special whiptail. Now he's gonna go tiger mortar to special, or tiger mortar put ram ram underneath. And here he actually puts drown in attack one, I think. Which I was like, that's interesting. But yeah, so now he's going to tribute some for masterpiece. And I was like, yeah, well, I pretty much lose. Like just looking at my hand, I was like, I couldn't really do anything. And I was like, of course you're such a sack. Like have 7 hand traps, can't draw any. But so I go and I 6 card is Zodiac combo. We were never playing combo, am I right? But so yeah, so I activate desires first because I have nothing to search, and yeah, I'm just double checking here. Basically, like I look at my hand, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I lost. Like the only way is if he doesn't try and OTK me, which he can if I set my strikes and kills masterpiece, and I'm just in a terrible position because if I normal summon activate effects, he's just gonna try and pop it or ogre it if he had it in his hand, and like I needed something that can actually kill or like stop a Trident or a masterpiece. I didn't have a way to stop both, so like I had a barrage and a normal summon, but I didn't have a third way or a way to stop one, you know. But yeah, so anyways, yeah. Oh, do you like these sexy mats, you guys? Me, Michael, and Momo won them at our Yu-Gi-Oh Day. We had, for whatever reason, our OTS store actually had 3 Yu-Gi-Oh Day mats, and they gave it to first, second, and third. And Mohammed got first, I got second, and Michael got third. So yeah, pretty sexy. But yeah, so now I have Tanky. I have Tanky and Barrage. He lets Tanky go because Michael's not terrible. So if you pop Tanky, I would have been like, Michael, you're Garbo. But so now I basically just have to set my 2 strikes. I have Barrage in hand, but I can't use it because if he pops it with Masterpiece, it's like, well, that's just pointless. And he has so many spells. And then End Phase, he activates Masterpiece. He's hitting one of my strikes. So it's just like, I wish Masterpiece and Dragon were banned. Like honestly, like True Draco would still be a decent deck, but it's just so restrictive. Like going second, like especially like Draco Zoo, like if I don't have a kaiju and a board wipe or a way to deal with a Dryadent or a second way to normal summon a rat, like it's just not. But like even here, like I strike him, so I go down to 65, but now he can literally just OTK me with his zoo cards now because he can just like search a Thoroughblade, can search the Thoroughblade, send, and then just OTK, like bring back Ram Ram, and I lose, right? Like I don't know. It's Pure Zoo. Pure Zoo is interesting. It feels like, but they're both interesting decks. You know, it's like I don't know. Here he goes check and I special summon Dryadent, Brawl Ball search, Brawl Ball search for a Ram Ram, but yeah, like his hand is just like it's just busted. Like I couldn't even get rid of the diagram. Like, ugh, ugh. So yeah, Michael's like, how many cards in hand? I'm like, chill. He's like diagram effect. I'm like, just OTK me already. Jeez, we don't need all this fancy shit. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think I should play for Fargo? True Draco Zoo or Pure Zoo? I'm not really liking Pure True Draco. It feels kind of meh. It's good. It's okay going second, but like I don't know. I've never really played a card in Demaya's deck at all, so it is what it is. But yeah, so he activates effect to normal summon off of Heritage. And he also draws, I think, one off of Heritage because I destroyed his whatever, his strike. But yeah, like there's no way I come back from this because I died this turn. Because he also, I don't think he has a normal summon, so yeah, it's just the painful death of Joe. That's all this was. It's like oh, and then so my thought is hopefully game two. Like my side deck is meant for True Draco Zoo and True Draco, so like yeah. It was like I hopefully can win game two, and then game three I can just kaiju him and win the game. But anyway, so I normal summon Ram Ram here. My hand is pretty bad if I remember correctly. It was like a Pisano and on my body, and then like 3 zoo cards, none being Thoroughblade. So you already know. Like I was like, okay, I'd probably lose. So he Ghost Ogres it, and I activate my body to stop it. But and here I'm just pretty disappointed because my hand is so mediocre. So like basically I'm just hoping like he bricks with his hand because like True Draco Zoo could brick quite a bit. But yeah, other times it's chaotic at times. So I search Thoroughblade because I like that's when a zoo player searches Thoroughblade at this point you just know he has a bunch of zoo in his hand. Like that's why I'm not getting Whiptail. And then I go do the typical Hammer Kong play. One thing me and Momo are doing, I don't know about Brandon and Michael, is we're not playing any links. Like right now, it's just not worth it. Like going into Gofu is just so subpar, or doing Gofu Decode Talk is just so subpar. So we'd rather just have 52 extra deck monsters. But with Miss Radiant, we'll be playing Degusto for sure. Maybe Abyss Dweller, because with Barrage and Rat, you can still make a Miss Radiant, a rank 4, and a Zoo. So we're just looking into that, but those all again, the format kind of changes within a week a little bit, but not too much. So Michael goes diagram effect to pop. I'm like, all right, well, if you better be popping from hand because, or you better be popping Bamboo Boom because you have nothing set. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So he gets the trap card, I think, or no, he might take it back, and still thinking, yeah. So he adds Heritage to hand. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. I'm like, my thought is he probably has like the level 1 now, and I'm like, ugh, this is gonna be interesting. So he activates Heritage, and then he normal summons a Ram Ram. I'm like, is he going to just try and summon a Masterpiece on me? Is that his play? So then I just go Dryad and pop Ram Ram because there's no Zoo in his graveyard. And then he's going to Ghost Ogre my Dryadent. And then here's the spicy tech. this Pisciano card. Momo loves it. I'm not a fan of it because, like, what it does is it gains your monster 100 attack, its original attack by 100, but you can't target. You have to target a monster on your side of the field. So if your opponent has a Hammer Kong, like, you basically lost because you can't target your own zoo if they go Dragon Pop. So it's interesting, but I don't know if it's worth it. So anyway, so I go Dragon Pop his diagram, and then I'm just going to do my zoo plays. I'm pretty sure I OTK him back because he only has a Heritage and a Masterpiece in hand. And it's like, why not kill him? you know? That's one thing people have to think about sometimes is just you have to learn to kill people. I don't know if I do it this turn. I can't remember, maybe. I don't know, but I'm thinking if I want to get Rad and send combo, and like that's just a terrible play. But no, I add Third Blade, so I think I go Third Blade, send Third Blade, and then I think I kill him. But we'll see. We'll see what spice I can come up with. Considering I drew so many zoo cards. Game 3, like when you guys see Game 3, I'm just it's sad for me. It's really sad. I just don't understand my luck sometimes. Yeah, so I go Tiger Mortar, target Thoroughblade, add it. Then I go Check a 9 special Ram. Then I'm gonna just go into I think Borbo Trident, maybe Paul. I think I'm just trying to calculate in my head if that's enough to actual damage, you know? But I think I had double Whiptail in hand because we were always opening a bunch of zoo. And the card that's like in the middle of the two, or the Third Blade and the Ram is a Hammer Kong. Like, man, these Eclipse leaves, they just, like, under these bright lights are just super, super greasy. So yeah, so anyways, so I go Battle Phase. I'm just like thinking, should I just try and kill him? Like, there's nothing really he can do, right? So I go attack, double Whiptail, and he's like, oh, that's greasy. I'm like, so is opening Masterpiece Zoo with Paw Desires. Yeah, so then I go 16, 400. Then I go Dryden Pop, Ram, Whiptail attack, and then Hammer Kong attack for game. So that's the greasy play. Greasy OTK, but... So Michael opens up Tanky, activates Tanky. You know, the spice. Today I decided, I was like, I'm going to listen to M. Cole and play double Tanky. But yeah, so he goes normal summon Thoroughblade, activates effect. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm probably just going to have to Ghost Ogre it. But yeah, and then he has Barrage, because of course he does. And like my hand right now is literally 4 zoo monsters, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure I lose. Because I have no way to play around a Dryden. And I have to top deck like a god. So I think he special summons Ram here. Can't really tell because the camera angle is... Or not camera angle. Excuse me. The glare is so bad. We really have to like figure this out because like... Oh, I don't know if it's the sleeves or if we're just under like the lights are too bright, but yeah, damn. So he goes Hammer Kong. Now he's going to go into Brawlbo Search. Y'all know the zoo plays. I mean, I'm interested to see what they hit on the ban list. Like, if you guys didn't notice, they or knew the OTS leaks, like with the Whiptail, and then they also had a Super Ram. Like, damn. So yeah, he special summons Hammer Kong, does the Hammer Kong place, puts Thoroughblade underneath. I'm pretty sure Thoroughblade or Whiptail. Oh, it's Whiptail. Wants to banish my dude, I guess. And then he goes set 2, say go. And I was just asking, just confirming what he added. So I drew Ash Blossom. So I go normal summon Thoroughblade effect. And he goes Dryden Pop it. And then I think I draw my body. I'm like, oh, this is great. But yeah, so there's not much I can do. He can I think he can actually OTK me here, but he misplays and doesn't make a Dryden at the end of it. But yeah, it's just like I was playing 2 Dark Holes Raigeki, 3 Kaijus, a Kaiju Slumber, triple Twin, double Cyclone. Like I had all those cards in my deck, and it's like, of course I have to draw all my Zoo cards. It's like, ugh. This is Garbo. So then I'm like Ash Brabble because I was just hoping to like potentially stop the OTK, but he still could have done it. I'm pretty sure because he has a Thoroughblade. Yeah, he has the Thoroughblade. And he still has Barrage, like Barrage target Ram Ram. Yeah. I don't know. And then he summons. I can't tell. Like frick. So that's double Whiptail. So yeah. So I think if he like normal or if he check-inites a Ram Ram here, makes a Drident, he can OTK. But I think if he forgets to make the Drident. And yeah. So you know it's a Ram Ram and he attacks and attacks and attacks. And then he attacks, and he's like, "Oh, I could have OTK'd." I'm like, "Yeah, you could have," but it's all Gucci. Doesn't matter. He has anti spells, so like any spells I top deck don't matter. Which I top deck Desires, which I was like, "Oh my god, of course I get Desires," and then he sets 2, so I'm like, "Oh, that's great." So I'm like, "No summon Third Blade effect," and he's like, "Dread and pop it," and I was too low. I couldn't even activate my body, so it's like, oh, so I'm like, oh. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.